Brad Williams, Excel Prime. Section 11.4, using a simple formula to remove spaces from text. You can do it a couple different ways. One way is highlight the range you want. Ask yourself, do I want all the spaces removed, or do I want specific spaces removed? How do you know if there's spaces? Well, we can do two things. We can go find and select, hit replace, go to find what. We want to find spaces, hit the space bar. Let's just go and find. So there's a space in apple somewhere. There's a space or spaces in pineapple. There's spaces in red tree, and there's spaces in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We hit replace all. What happens? We just replaced 13 spaces. Maybe you wanted a space between red tree. Maybe you wanted to keep the numbers in text format, and now they're in number format. Well, how do you fix that? Hit Control Z to back out, close the find and replace. You can hit Control Z, or you can go up to the top of the ribbon bar. You see this crazy looking arrow up here, this U-hook, undo. Just hit undo. Here we're back to where we started. There is a function that you can use to remove spaces at the beginning of text and after the text, not in between. You can see here in apple, there's a space. There's a space between pineapple, and there's a space before red. There's a space in between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we highlight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can see there's a space there. How? Because this blinking bar is spaced apart. If that space wasn't there, you can see that that bar is going to be right next to 6. Replace that space for this example. Go to 1, 2, 3. You can see that the bar is butted up against number 1, 2, 3. Another way to recognize this is 1, 2, 3, if it's to the far right, represents a number, and there's no spaces interfering with the number. Go to red tree and just highlight it, and you're going, whoa. Well, you can see there's a whole bunch of spaces here. You can see that at the beginning of red, there's a whole bunch of spaces after tree. Pineapple, there's no spaces other than between pine and apple. Apple, there's a space before A, but not after E. In ABC, there's a space after the C. There's a tool available. It's called the trim function. Let's go to formulas. Let's go to text. Go to trim. You can always grab this function argument. It's a toggle, and you can move it around wherever you want. What it says is it removes all spaces from a text string except for single spaces between words. Well, that's exactly what we want, right? So all you're going to do is hit ABC and hit OK. And now if there's a space there, it's gone. And what we want to do is copy it down, Control D. Look what we have here. No spaces. Still have a space between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, meaning it's still text. 1, 2, 3. If we copy this over, it'll reconfigure into a number. We want to do that. We want to remove this trim. So what we do is go, and you can leave this in column D, or you can just replace the original information by hit copy and then highlight ABC, hit paste special, hit 1, 2, 3, because all we want are the values. We want to get rid of that function. What we have here is we can delete this, everything in column D, and we can read this formula. There's an error here, and it says number stored as text. We don't want that because we want it as a number, convert to number, and now it's reconverted. That's just part of the challenges you face. If you want to remove the spaces, that's just what Excel does. So just be aware of those errors and correct them accordingly. Here, what we want to do is manipulate this text. So we want to use that write function. Go to text. Let's do this first. How many characters do we want to save? Start from the right and count left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We want to keep 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to go into text. We want to go to write. And remember, argument number 1 is text. Returns the specified number of characters from the end of the text string. Let's highlight C12. And how many characters? 8. There you go. We just manipulated and changed that number. If we want just the 415, we can use the left function, equals left, text, comma, 4, 3, and close. And we have 415. If we want just the 222 number, how do we do that? We use that mid function, equals mid. Well, why don't we go up here? This is much easier. Go to text, we'll hit mid. What are we doing here? We want to count the number of characters. We have a starting point. So 415 is 4 would be the starting point, and we want to start at what character? Number 5. Why? That hyphen needs to go. And then how many numbers do we want to keep for characters? We want to keep 3. So we'll highlight 415. We'll start at number 5. We'll keep 3 numbers. And there we go. We got 222. So there's a quick review of manipulating numbers. If you want to reconfigure this, you can use the concat function. We can go equals, go back up here, text, concat. What do we want to do? We want 415. We want a hyphen because we didn't manipulate. We didn't include that. So we add the hyphen. Let's go back to 222, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to move down to for fill box, hit 222, and this will just give you, look down here, and it's 415, 222, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's quick and easy review of text manipulation. Why don't we equals formula text, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have just a quick review, Control D. There's a quick overview of what we did in this session. Don't forget the trim function removes the space before a character and after a character. Brad Williams, XL Prime, thank you.